What's up, and thank you for checking out the Hospitality Strategy Lab. My name is Jason Luttrell, and if you are a high performance executive or if you're a high performance business owner, this one is for you. So I've done quite a bit of surveys and talking to and listening to people who are in extremely high performance positions like lawyers, doctors, high level service professionals, financial advisors, stuff like that. And the sum of all of these conversations is that time is money. And so if you run a very high touch business, like as in if you're a restaurant owner, or if you are a lawyer at a law firm, or if you just basically are in client services, then your time is extremely valuable. So let's say that you're a lawyer charging, $500 an hour, $300 an hour, whatever it is. The cost of opening up an email is considerable. Not only that, but also task switching is extremely difficult for people to do, because what it does is it takes your mind off of the tasks that you have at hand, and then you have a hard time getting back into the zone on the other thing. So if you're dealing with multiple complex cases at the same time, let's say you're a lawyer, you've got 10 divorces that you're working on, then you have to context switch all the time. But as a small business owner, you also have to grow your business, and you also have to pick up the phone and call people and follow up with people and stuff like that. And I remember my last experience looking for an attorney. I didn't know anybody in the space, and I just did what pretty much the rest of us do, which is go on Google and say, I'm looking for XYZ type of attorney. And I looked at the reviews, and I was like, okay, cool. Which ones have reviews? Which ones have positive reviews? Because it's like buying anything else, right? You look for the people that have demonstrated success, because otherwise it's just you. And so if you're spending $10,000 on an attorney, you want to know that you're going to be in good hands and that you're going to be taken care of. Now, this leaves a little bit of a problem though, because like, let's say you're an attorney and you're in court all the time, or you're processing documents, or you're doing doc review or whatever it is, then it's a very difficult thing to switch out of the zone where you are talking to a customer versus when you're talking to a client. And so, everybody, I'm sure you've been inundated with all these conversations about AI and automation and stuff like that. Partially from me, I'm a little guilty of that. But there's a whole ocean of opportunity out there for you. And this is why we built Ashley. Ashley is the latest thing that we've built. It's just a kind of a different package on the same things that we've been doing, but it addresses the basic things that I'm pretty sure that every high performer hates. They hate going into CRMs. Oh my God. Number one, people hate CRMs. So your relationship, but the relationships are what drive most of your sales, right? So like knowing people, networking, getting referrals, that's how you get business, especially at the higher end of the spectrum, like white collar criminal attorneys, for instance. And so how do you serve them in a way that makes them more of them, right? And so what we're doing with AI and automation is we are duplicating people and automating the things that can and should be automated. So let's say that you spend 8 hours sleeping. Let's say that you spend 8 hours that you want to spend with your family, and then the rest of the day is working or weekends or in court, or you're indispensable. Like you cannot get away from it. And so how do you duplicate yourself in a way that you don't have to adopt any new technology? You just have to kind of change the plumbing a little bit. And it all starts with the phone number, right? So your friends, your family, your immediate circle, your clients, they should have your cell phone number. They should have your personal cell phone number. Everybody else should have a public facing number that does not impact you at all. And so what we can do is with call routing and with IVR systems called interactive voice response, which means like press 1 for this, press 2 for that, press 3 for that, is that we can protect your time while communicating immediately with the same urgency that you would if you were able to do it yourself. And we do it in your own voice. And so we do this with a couple different systems that we built. One of them is missed call text back. If you want to, if you have a high volume of calls, then we can actually set up an AI voice agent that will respond with all the questions that you can answer, that you would answer if it was just you in person, or anything that is knowable, like on your website or from your SOPs or whatever it is. So we load up all those documents of all the answers to any question that anybody could possibly have, and then either set it up so that we text back and have a text conversation with the client, the potential client, answer all their questions. And then if they are qualified, then we invite them into booking some time when you are available, right? So that you've already immediately responded to this conversation, and you have and then you've invited them into the next step, which is to book an appointment so that you can get an understanding of their case. Now, how do you add another layer to that? And that's what this weekend was for me, was learning how to do big data enrichment, right? So let me just let that sink in for a second. So big data is what Google, Facebook, Instagram, Verizon, Sprint, the credit card agencies, they have been collecting information on us for ages, and they know almost everything that there is to know about us. In fact, they can even predict a lot of our behaviors, which is why Facebook is in business, because they put ads in front of people that they think would be most likely to buy your stuff. That's a predictive data model. And so what we're doing right now is we're using information from calls to invite people in and qualify them based on job titles, industries, assets, financial modeling, and all this other crazy stuff. And it's very exciting. It's going to be a little creepy for some, but this is what the big companies are already doing. And I think it's very exciting because what we're able to do is we're able to get on a live phone call, we're able to send an API request to our data provider, and then we get a text message back saying, this is the person, this is their profile. And these are their social media links, so that while you're on the phone with them, you can be like, okay, cool. All right, this all checks, and this might be a good potential client for us. So this means that you're not digging through pointless calls of tire kickers of people that are just not worth your time, because again, every 20-minute phone call is actually costing you $200 or $300 based on your hourly rate. And so by handing this stuff off to robots, you're actually protecting your time in a way that has never been possible. And it is, to me, extremely exciting, because I don't like to talk to people that are not my family, that are not my friends, that are not my clients, and have no interest in working with me. So this is connecting big data with automation and telephony and phone stuff has been very, very exciting for me. And this works for any kind of high end. So like, before you get bugged out, like just remember that at 11 Madison Park, they have a team of 3 or 4 people that are called Dreamweavers that just research their guests. So you have publicly available information, and it's out there. And if you don't want it there, then you can reach out to the data brokers. Definitely scrub your LinkedIn profile, because a lot of data is scraped from LinkedIn, including email addresses. That's why people get so many cold emails, is because they scrape it off of LinkedIn. But you can use this. It may sound yucky or creepy to you, but you can use this to your advantage, and it's possible. And so this is why we built Ashley. Ashley is a personal assistant. You can call Ashley whatever you want. You can call Ashley your own name, and Ashley handles this kind of stuff. And a lot of people are worried that Ashley is going to put their receptionist out of business, or that somebody's going to get fired. But in reality, Ashley is going to put a jetpack on your back, and Ashley's going to help you build your business while you sleep. This is like, it doesn't even stop there. Like, what we've done is we've made these integrations and automations that nurture your leads forever. Like the people that you've maybe worked with in the past, like let's say you're a divorce lawyer, and the people that you've worked with in the past, you're not going to get them back, hopefully, because it's divorce and it's sucky, but they probably know somebody who's going to get divorced, and to nurture them every 90 days and say, hey, hope everything's doing great. Glad we could prevail for you in your case, or sorry it didn't work out with your case. If you have a second, we'd love to hear your feedback and leave us a review. And or if you have a referral, we'd be grateful for any opportunity to serve one of your friends, right? And so most of the time, this work just doesn't get done. And a lot of lawyers and financial product providers, this is just work that an SDR or sales development rep would do, but you just can't get to. and you're so busy serving your clients, and then it's kind of this like feast and famine cycle. And so we're this is here. It's done, and it's very, very, very exciting, because these are big boy problems. These are big girl problems, and we're solving them with AI and automation without having to log into a CRM, without having to look to adopt a new technology, without any training. We're literally just inserting the plumbing, and then testing it once to see if it makes sense, and then altering it or adjusting it if it's required. But the onboarding does not take very much time, and it's set it and forget it. So if this is something that you think you might want for your business, this works for spirits brands, it works for law firms, it works for hospitality brands, high-end concierge brands, luxury brands, financial services, insurance. It works for pretty much anything, and it's 100% in your voice, 100% automated. And again, it's not to fire your receptionist. It's to make your hire the best receptionist that you've ever had. And like, this is about protecting your time, because your time is extremely valuable. And so that's all I got for you today. If you want some of this stuff for your bar, you want this stuff for your business, I'm here for you. Just reach out, or actually, if you want to, you can call Ashley and see what I'm talking about. So Ashley, I eat my own dog food. And so if you want to reach out to Ashley, who's my assistant, at 646-722-6735, then Ashley will take care of you. And you'll see that you'll get an automated voice AI agent. And then if you say, I have a problem, I need some support, then it'll go to me. It'll ring my phone and I'll pick up probably. And if you have a sales question, then it'll say, great, I'll put you right through to Derek, and we'll get you what you need. All right. That's all I got for you today. Hope you're doing great. Talk to you soon.